centered around the aspect of Modi guarantees. The BJP Manifesto that was released today morning is the foundation for the Viksit Bharat vision set by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India to make India a developed country by 2047. To talk more about the BJP Manifesto that was released today, we have with us Senior Minister in the Modi Cabinet, Hardeep Puri ji. He is the Minister for Petroleum, Natural Gas and also Urban Development. Thank you, Mr. Puri, for speaking to NDTV. Sir, what are the key takeaways from today's manifesto? There is a lot of emphasis on continuity and governance, but the opposition is also calling it hollow. It says that the Prime Minister is changing goalposts. How do you see this?
First of all, it's a very different kind of manifesto or Sankalp Patra. The 69 pages spell out both what has been done in the first 10 years and what is proposed to be done now. It is a vision document. It clearly sets out what we've done, what we propose to do, and that is also not a finality. What we propose to do by 2029, which will be a major foundational block for the developed country Viksit Bharat that we want in 2047. First few pages of the 69-page document say this is what we've done. Now let me go into specifics and why I think the opposition has got its brains in the wrong part of its anatomy. I'm saying that seriously. What has happened is that Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Honorable Prime Minister said they've built 4 crores. And said in the next 5 years we'll do another 3 crores. Okay? What did they do? The ones who are criticizing us now. Between 2004 and 14 they had a scheme called the Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission. They wanted to make 13 lakh units of Awas. They did only 7 lakh. So Vasudha ji unke 7 lakh और हमारे 4 करोड़ और हम कह रहे हैं अगले 5 साल में 3 करोड़ और करेंगे. This is the difference. Drone didis, लखपति ड्रोन दीदीज पहले हमने 2 करोड़ का फिगर दिया था. नाउ वी आर सेइंग वी आर गोइंग टू डू 3 करोड़. ओके. स्वनिधि स्कीम, मुद्रा स्कीम, आयुष्मान भारत, बायोफ्यूल्स, ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन, you name it. Making India a global manufacturing hub, a technology hub. Look at the technology section. You know, you landed on the south pole of the moon and now you're talking about a space manned Gaganyaan. You're talking about a space, not only just a space mission, you're talking about the space economy. This is very forward looking, it's a visionary document, and I believe it will not only gives hope, but it gives precise guidance on how the government will behave and act in the next 5 years. This I think is the real story.
Mr. Puri, we also saw Swan Yojana being expanded, Ayushman Bharat being, expanded. Swan was something that you spearheaded. Tell us, why does the opposition say that, real issues like inflation and unemployment have no directions?
No, they are talking nonsense. Many of the uses, not mine, these are all Prime Minister's scheme, but I've been associated with the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. I've been associated with the Swanidhi scheme, with the Swachh Bharat scheme, with the metro system. So, a lot of that. I have, therefore, first-hand knowledge of what has been done. First and foremost, employment, then I'll come to inflation. Insofar as employment is concerned, unfortunately, the opposition largely has got itself fixated in a very limited way on government jobs. Now, in any successful economy, whilst government jobs are important, they cannot and should not constitute the major segment. Resource mobilization, capital accumulation takes place outside the government. Government is supposed to disappear over a period of time. That's why Prime Minister was telling some of the gamers that by 2047 I would like to see government out of the middle classes, reference district. If you have an 8.6% rate of growth in the last quarter, if your economy is now a $4 trillion economy and you're hoping to grow at 7%, obviously employment is being generated. If I make 100 units of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, I know how many construction workers I have, how much steel I employ, how much of cement I employ. If I have 945 kilometers of metro running and another 939 under operation, I know how much of employment we are generating. So if you look at it, the fact of the matter is, today there is a issue in most economies where you have a lot of high economic growth, but it's technology and not the kind of menial jobs you're looking at. But India is not that case. In India, there are people migrating from the rural to the semi-urban, to the tier 2 and 3 cities, to the mega cities, to looking for jobs, and they're getting jobs there. The issue is to be able to manage that demographic change and to be able to ensure that those jobs are in the formal sector. That is what the beauty of the Swanidhi scheme is. That is what the beauty of the other Pradhan Mantri thing is. If you build Shauchalay, it is in the for the benefit of the girl child. If you build Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, 71% of the homes, the titles are held by the lady of the house or the others co-jointly. If you provide Ujjwala, you are providing again help to our daughters and sisters. It's also generating employment. Today we are talking about, now I had a very interesting thing. One LPG dealers came to me, he said, sir, aap sari pipe gas se bhed doge to hamara kaam. I said, no, you change. With technology, when you introduce computers, number of office workers working on facts and figures came down, but the employment is not coming down. You're getting more skills and higher level of employment. I think the opposition will take a little time to them. Also, they make absurd statements because they don't think they'll be accountable. You are accountable only if you're in office. When we say something in our Sankalp Patra, it means that tomorrow when we form the government after the next election, we'll have to answer to that.
That's a very good defense of this jobless growth. But sir, tell me of the criticism that the opposition has been having. Mr. Puri, you know, there is also this crisis in West Asia which has escalated, and I know that you've worked in...
You are being very mild. There is a crisis in West Asia, a serious crisis.
Yes. Please tell us, as a former diplomat, how do you see this playing out, and also the impact on fuel prices? How should we be ready for this?
No, look, there is an anxiety factor, very definitely. Any uncertainty in the global situation where there is a real possibility of exacerbation of tension. Here it's a little more than that. Earlier in the Red Sea, the Houthis were attacking merchant shipping. Today, two state actors are operating, Iran and Israel. We are concerned. We are watching the situation very carefully, and we are acutely conscious of what impact this can have on fuel prices, because there may be longer routes to take, there may be insurance rates higher. But let me tell you, Modi's India is capable of navigating all this.
Right. Also the supply chains are connected to that?
100%. 100%. Somebody was talking about the Suez Canal, the Straits of Hormuz. Obviously that will happen, but I'm sure better sense will prevail.
Right.
Yeah.
My last question to you, sir. The tie-up with Akalis of the BJP did not work out. You have fought from Punjab.
I have no regrets on that. I'm very happy it didn't work out. We didn't break the Gathbandhan. If you remember correctly, it's the Akalis who walked out of the marriage. And the other partner in the marriage, which is the BJP, I think many of us heaved a sigh of relief. Because out of the Gathbandhan, we were, or rather in the Gathbandhan, we were the junior partner. We were only contesting 3 out of the 13 seats. And the Akalis would allow us to only contest 23 out of the 117 assembly seats. So they left. Many of us were thrilled. We didn't show it openly. This time also, if they wanted a Gathbandhan, they should have been reasonable about it. Instead, they were going around telling everyone they could meet, and referring to the BJP, उन्होंने दी तो औकात ही नहीं है 4 सीटां तो ज़्यादा लड़न दी. तो अपनी औकात जो है अभी देख लेना इस बार. No, I am greatly relieved because the BJP as a pan-India party is growing all over the country. And the BJP will continue to grow. And when you are not in a Gathbandhan, the potential and the pace at which you can grow is much faster.
Right. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, sir. That was Senior Minister of Modi Cabinet, Hardeep Singh Puri, speaking on the manifesto that was released today by the BJP, by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, and also the tie between BJP and Akalis and why it's actually a good thing for the BJP. He has also spoken on the crisis in West Asia and the kind of fault lines it looks at deepening. Thank you so much.